every week.
Did you get it?
Oh, yeah.
All right,
good.
It's a big motherfucker.
Yeah. One of those, those black crickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate those damn things.
Yeah, black cricket all over your garage floor.
That's okay. I've already stopped on a couple, so.
Thank you for picking up the sticks. This is episode 63. Sticks Game Podcast. I am Mike Kernett. To my left, Art, no nickname this week, Rosie, because to my right, Mike. He loves it when you call him Big Papa. Carnia. He's a dad. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
You made it.
Cheers.
Made it hell happen.
If you couldn't tell from the last podcast, that is what we were hinting at. My wife was having contractions inside the house while we were recording.
We didn't have to do it right then and there. We don't need to do this now, but
she was still
But
waiting
I drove
it
all
out.
the way here, so yeah, we did.
Yeah. She was waiting it out.
So there you go. So it was that next morning, right?
Yeah, it was that next morning. Yeah. So yeah, we went to the hospital about an hour after we wrapped up. And then Eli was born.
Good thing it was a shorter one.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Actually,
we rushed.
Yeah, that was good.
Jesus Christ. So we have a new stickhead added to the family. So that's very
right.
good. This week it was Gamescom in Germany, so we're gonna go over all the news and announcements that came out of that on top of our normal rigmarole. And Art failed.
Other awesome
and
news.
Art failed in my gift to you.
I did not fail. Technology. We'll talk about it
get to
later.
it.
We'll talk about it later.
Art, you better have my news in the news area.
You have news?
Huh? Well, I didn't put it in there, but that we know. What was announced? We know.
We know.
We're gonna talk.
And you'll know soon
We'll
enough.
talk about it. And just
we tease four things. We have 3 segments, and we tease.
show.
Yeah. So, Steak, you've had surprisingly some more time on your hands usually than.
Not surprisingly. I told you this shit was going to happen.
That's true.
Months ago, I said this. A month and a half ago, I said this was going to happen.
All I've seen
This
you
is a
with.
surprise to you.
Yes. Okay. I assume that you're either taking care of the baby or playing video games at this point right now.
Pretty much.
Nice.
I mean, well, that was last
You can
week.
do
I
both.
did go back- I
You
did go
can
back
do
to
both
work
at the
this
same
week,
time.
but-
Surprisingly.
I was just say surprisingly, you can't do both at the same time, which is pretty awesome.
Oh my God! It's like I told the truth. For fucking Christ.
Yeah, Art was not lying.
So in that time period, what you playing?
All right, so I actually jumped back into Assassin's Creed Origins. So I took a break from everything I've been playing previously. So Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, both of those I took a break from. I was like, no, let me jump back into some of this other stuff. Let me jump into things. There's stuff other stuff I want to try to play. Assassin's Creed Origins I want to get through because with Odyssey coming out and everything.
Right.
But now that they announced that there is no Assassin's Creed next year, I'm like, oh, okay, well, I don't need to get Odyssey right away. I can kind of wait. Like, I can wait till it's cheaper in the spring and get it now. So it's cool. But still, I was glad to jump back into this. I forgot how much fun this is. It's a really good game. So if you guys have not played it, again, it's really, really good. And Odyssey's going to be based off the same practical. I mean, there'll be some new stuff, but it's basically the same new engine that they used. So I'm really excited for that still. But then the big one came out, Shenmue 1 and 2 HD. If you don't know, these are the games that came out on Dreamcast back in the day, and Shenmue 2 also came out only in Dreamcast overseas, but it came out on Xbox here in the U.S.
Yep, original Xbox, right?
Yes, original Xbox. Basically, the genre that started the whole. I mean, it was. I don't want to say start just because in case there was something else I don't know about, but it was a very big part of RPG meets walking sim meets QuickTime events.
Well, I mean, I think QuickTime Event was this.
That was probably their thing.
But it definitely popularized all those things you just said.
Mm-hmm. So I am proud to announce that I have achieved my first platinum trophy ever.
Wait, how's that possible? You didn't fall into one at one point?
No, just
really?
never fell in any of them. I mean, for me, I was back last gen, I was a 360 person.
Okay.
So I have quite a few, 1,000 achievements there.
I got you.
But this is the first time PlayStation that I have hit platinum level.
Good for you.
Which is awesome. And that was for the first Shenmue. So I completed Shenmue. And it was, honestly, it wasn't that, the trophies were not that, it was a nice list. Let's put it this way. Because as long as you did like some of the side, like there's a few side quests that had trophies, but you kind of fell into it anyways doing them. Like it was, you could have ignored them, but if you ignored it, it kind of would have broken up the story a little bit with the way it just flowed. Like the side quest didn't feel like so much like side quests. It just kind of flowed with the story. And you got trophies for some of those. The only one you really had to work for was you had to win a forklift race.
Okay.
Without giving any context,
right.
it's a little weird. It's not as easy as it sounds.
No, it's not weird without context. The forklift race.
Yeah, it's fine. You get it. But that one took a little bit of time. But then other than that, this was not a hard list at all.
How long does that game take to beat?
That probably took me, I would say, between 20 to 22 hours
there's a
for
good
completion.
okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And that's the thing. You're also technically on a time constraint. So you have to finish the game by April 15th.
Okay.
Platining the game, I finished by December 23rd. So I finished 4 months
of the previous year.
Yes.
Okay.
So I finished way in advance. Because if you take too long, you get the bad ending, and then you also cannot transfer your save into Shenmue 2.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm getting more and more intrigued by this game.
Yeah. So enter Shenmue 2. Of course, I got to move
So
on.
you
to
got a
Shenmue 2.
platinum trophy on a speed run, is what I'm hearing.
Pretty much.
Good for you.
It was pretty
Make
good.
it official.
Yeah, I was quite happy. So moving on to Shenmue 2, started playing that. Very cool. You can import your because Shenmue 2 picks up exactly where Shenmue 1 left off. Like exactly.
Okay.
Which is awesome. Like very rarely do sequels ever do that. Like usually it's like, oh yeah, we know these guys. Here's where they are now. Like 2-3 years down the line or whatever. No, this picks up exactly where the last one left off. Which is why then importing your game is awesome. Because then not only are you on, again, like there's another time constraint, but you're not going to even get near it with that because like you have until like June now or something.
Okay.
And I picked up December 25th. So like I'm not even close. So it even picks up from there. And you also get to keep some items that you found, which are useful. And all the collectibles you found in the first game, you can sell for money for this game.
Okay.
And which is huge because getting money in this game is really difficult compared to the first game. So it actually was really nice to get it like a kind of a little bit ahead at the beginning when I realized I was like, oh, all these collectibles, they're useless and they're just for money. So like, let me just sell this.
That's my favorite when a game says that. Like you have any inventory like good for like exchanging, like good for exchanging with like merchants or traders or whatever. Like so you know, like
good for selling.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, exactly. So I am on my way to platinuming this. I am about just over 2/3 of the way through, I want to say right now.
Nice.
So I am gonna. So if we would have recorded this a little bit later, it probably would have been done with the platinum. Like I might even finish it tonight while watching the baby while I'm up. But I am like I'm getting there towards the end, and all the trophies I have left are just story based now.
Oh,
with
then yeah.
one thing that I have to just make sure when I get to it, I just make the right selection. That's the only thing.
Nice.
And I already know what the selection is.
Oh, nice.
Go see the flowers. I just have to make sure I say that.
Go see the flowers.
And I'll have the platinum for that as well.
Nice.
And this one's taking longer.
Looking for flowers.
Yeah.
Well, you'll check for me again in a minute.
Yeah.
Stomach's really bothering you. Huh?
Yeah. It tastes so
healthy.
good.
Yeah, it's healthy. It's light. It's light on the stomach.
But this one is definitely longer. This one is, I can feel, like, it already feels longer. Like, I did so much more early on in the game than I did in the first game, too, so maybe that's it. But I think this one's taking a little bit more, like, 25 to 28 to complete. So they're still hefty games.
Yeah,
I mean, they're
sure.
still really good. I mean, and the collection was $30 for both of them. They're direct ports from the Dreamcast versions.
Okay.
So in the menu, still has the Dreamcast controller.
Oh, really?
And
Wow.
the Dreamcast VMU for the save. Yep.
That's really
Yep.
cool.
So the games don't look amazing, but they look. If you compare it to the Dreamcast, it looks stunning. Like compared to the Dreamcast version, it does look stunning. The controls are still the controls, so they're a little rough, and you got to get some time to get used to it. The game does not hold your hand at all. Before you know it, you're thrown into combat, and you're like, what button does what? What do I do? In the combat, it's basically like Virtua Fighter. Because the creator of this game also did Virtua Fighter. So he kind of incorporated it all. And that's the part I'm a little struggling with right now in Shenmue 2, because I'm fighting a lot of difficult guys one-on-one, and it took me a little bit it slowed me down a little bit. So now I finally got through that part, so now that's why I think I'm going to start rolling again.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. But yeah, this Steam board thing's great. It's fantastic. I just hope it keeps up for the next 2-3 weeks.
It will.
Yes! There's so much coming
I
out.
just,
And I picked up Yakuza Kiwami too, so it's waiting. It is waiting for this to be completed.
you're good until they start walking.
Before that, you have to start feeding them actual food.
I was able and then with the crawling and everything. So yeah, but I got at least a few months here. So probably.
Yes.
Yeah, excellent. It's been great.
Yes.
Art, what you playing?
Rainbow Six.
Yep. Rainbow Six, Madden, next. School started back up. I don't have time.
I can tell if you're telling a joke or you're actually done or not.
I am done.
Oh, okay.
I did rent Madden. I got a free rental for Redbox, so I have it right now.
Okay.
Maybe I'll pop that in.
Then,
And play a couple
Did you
games.
get it for
Xbox.
Okay, so the one thing I will say is, I mentioned before I got it for Xbox this time. I've always played it on PlayStation. The game feels different.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. I noticed it last year when I did the EA Access demo of last year's game. For some reason on Xbox, that game just feels different. I don't know.
In a good way, bad way, or
That's definitely not a good way for the way I'm playing.
okay.
I average about 3 turnovers before I actually run a positive offensive play.
Oh man,
That's not good. That's bad, right?
That's not good.
yeah,
I mean, it's good for the other guys, but
yeah.
So, you good? Anything else? So, I've been also playing Madden, so I might as well talk about it. So, I've been playing way too much Madden.
I've been playing not enough Madden.
So, first off, I know I talked about last time how the long shot doesn't progress from where it was before.
Yeah.
That is true, but they explain it. So basically,
Okay.
they have a montage, news clippings of things happening between. Has it been a year since the last one?
Yeah.
And they both get cut from their team.
Okay.
They don't tell you which team they got cut from, so they got cut from the team. I guess how that
Oh, what a convenient way to make that story go the way they want.
exactly. So that was kind of cheap. And I was like, I didn't even play it. I just wanted to confirm do
Right.
they actually do it or
Yeah.
not. And the game start when you hit start new game, they show it's like a 4-person panel, like actual people talking like they did in the last game. It's like a NFL network morning show, but you can see their scripts in front of them. So I'm looking at
trying.
I can see that dude's script.
You guys couldn't get a teleprompter?
Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah, it's a thing. So I didn't even play this. Those are 2 things I noticed. So they did explain it away, which is dumb. So makes all those decisions and how you play in the first
Yeah.
game completely non-existent. So whatever, it is what it is.
That's kind of lame.
Yeah, totally lame. So I was a fantasy draft because I just like having my own team or whatever it is. When you do a fantasy draft, by the way, you can pick a very decent running back in the 40th round.
Oh, nice.
I picked up Christian McCaffrey in the 35th round.
Jeez.
But so I did this. I did the season. I played through the season. I got to the draft, and I import because you can import people's draft classes.
Okay.
So people have made their own draft classes, the actual people. So I imported the most popular
Yeah.
one. But everyone's ranked 76 or 77. Everyone. So it completely wrecked the draft and completely messed with the integrity of my
Yeah.
season. So I just threw it all away.
Yeah.
So what I started doing I did a franchise again, but as the owner. And I didn't actually, but I treated it like a sim, where I actually didn't play any of the games. So I would do the
Draft,
scout.
free
Yeah, I would do
agency.
the scouting. I would look at the box score at the end of each game. But the only way to advance the game is either play it or hit advance next week. I can't just sim in the same week. So it's I would rather sim the game, stay in the week, do some things before I get into the next week. But
Right.
this is I don't think it's meant to be that way. It's not, you're still meant to play the game.
Right.
So I'm kind of playing it the way you're not supposed to be playing it.
Okay.
So I can understand why it's not there as a function.
Right.
But yeah, I got to year 2025 before I finally stopped playing it. I got a couple of playoff teams in there, no Super Bowls. But also, I feel like when you do a fantasy draft, 'cause I did a fantasy draft for this one too, because I want full control of my team. The salary cap is completely fucked. Everyone has just these oodles of cap room. So there's no free agents available for the first 4 seasons of the franchise.
Yeah.
So I'm just bubble gum and taping offensive lines together. All right, just don't fall over, and they were
You
terrible.
two hold that one up.
Yeah, and I tell you, the offensive lines across the board are terrible in 5-6 seasons. They don't progress right. None of them do.
I was gonna say when you were actually playing games before you jacked your save up.
Yeah.
Did you know screen passes don't really work?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Because one of they call it like true motion or whatever it is.
Right.
Like if your running back is held up at all, you can't throw to them. Like their icon actually goes dark.
Oh jeez.
And like you're going through a bunch of bodies, so if someone like nicks you, the thing goes off, and you gotta like reestablish yourself. By that time, I'm running for my life against the 5 defensive linemen that are coming after me. But yeah, I mean, it's like you got to change the stadium. I didn't change the location, but I made a new stadium. Did a bunch of different stuff. That was pretty fun. But it was like it's kind of weird, like not having control over it, because it's like the ebb and flow of the whole thing was kind of tough. But I got a couple playoff teams. But all my guys, it's like my young guys were getting good, and all my old guys like retired. So like I went from like having like a 95 overall defense to an 82 because I lost Von Miller and whoever my safety was, like the same exact like year to retirement, so I was just screwed. Anyway, so I finished that, and then I started doing the third way you can do franchise, which is one player.
Yeah.
And I'm playing as a defensive lineman. It's okay. I just started. Because you can pick like your background, either like a early first rounder, means your stats are really high but you don't progress as fast. You're a late rounder, which means you have faster progression but mid-range stats, or like undrafted free agent, and you have like the fastest progression.
Okay.
So I did that.
That's usually what I do. I make a scrambling quarterback.
I made a left end, so I'm playing defense, which is okay.
Scrambling quarterback. I finally figured out how to slide. For 2 years in Madden, I've not known how to slide with a goddamn quarterback. If you get tackled in the open field, you fumble the ball every fucking time.
How'd you slide?
It's like L2 and square. It's not just tapping square anymore. It's L2 and square.
So that's Madden. Like I don't know. Like I don't. It's still. I mean, it's still. I got. Like I said, I'm in full football buzz right now.
That's the thing. That's why, like, I got the email about like, hey, here's a free game rental. I was like, all right, well, screw it. I don't know if I'll pop it in tonight or tomorrow morning and play it or not. But I'm like, well, let me at least grab it because, after the fantasy draft, we're getting close to the beginning of the season. I am getting that football itch. So,
I play a little more Detroit. It's starting to pop off. So like, but I still don't. I'm really enjoying it. I just don't have much else to say about it yet because it's still kind of early. I did finish the first episode of the final season of Telltale's The Walking Dead, which is, like there's 5 colons in there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you haven't been following The Walking Dead, like the Telltale series, like this one you're playing as Clementine. You have AJ, who is the baby that you pick up in the second season, who is, I think he's like 5 or 6 now, but he's
Liability.
He's completely grown up, and he doesn't know normal life, right? So he's only known the zombie world and things like that. So like they're playing a lot on how he is growing in that world. Like he's in his formative years right now. Clementine is trying to do what she's trying to, like, still instill the old world, norms on him. Like he's supposed to be nice and say please, say thank you, and things like that. But while you're going, you come across there's a school of kids that save you. They're a little bit older, like teenagers, and that becomes like your base because all the adults are gone. It's just these teenagers that are with you now.
Lord of the Flies
is very Lord of the Flies because it gets really messed up near the end, like most of them do, especially episode 1. Like the ending of episode 1 is always jacked up on every Telltale game. The way that one ends was just like it was like I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know how they're going to make this right for anybody involved in the whole thing. And they did something really cool. Like, they always give you like your stats at the end of each episode was like 85% of the people.
What you
this,
pick
40%
compared to
of
everyone
this.
else.
Yeah.
They actually have and all the different kids that they have in that school, they give you like a kind of like it's like a friendship rating on all those people to base on your choices and what you did and didn't do. So like there looks to be like there's gonna be a lot of variables involved with how the story's going to progress, especially how this one ends. I don't want to ruin it, obviously.
Just don't be the piggy in that school.
Well, I don't want to spoil anything. But
Confirmed.
I will tell you this though. Not a single crash. It ran great. They have figured out transition, so it's not just like cutting and blocking and terrible. They added this really cool effect where the draw distance over time stops having color in it. So, the normal Walking Dead comic books are black and white, and everyone knows that, but they are. And when you get further into the distance, like when you're looking, like the color fades away, but the black pencil stays. So it looks very black and white in the distance, and it looks really cool. so like they're doing a lot on this final season of this, and like, well, this is the last Telltale game in this engine, and it's like this is
We know how it
finally
works.
figured it
We
out.
know how it works now.
it is like not even close. Like it's not even close how much better this one is.
Oh my god.
No, I played Batman Season 2,
Idiots.
which I think was the most recent one before
Yeah,
this one.
yeah.
And I mean that one did run fine too, but it still had the really clunky like the scenes when you're running and just stop, and it goes to the next scene.
And the scenes where it's just eyeballs floating around.
Yeah, that's true. That was Batman Season 1.
I know.
That was a mess. But like
I know.
it runs great. I don't know if I'm really digging the story yet though. Like I'm interested to see what happens in terms of like how the ending went.
Sure.
But a lot of the characters that were in that school, I didn't really. I don't know. I don't know. It's. I want to figure out what's going on with Clementine. I don't want to meet 12 new characters.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm not getting exactly what I want on it yet. But again, this is episode 1 of 4, and we'll see where everything goes. But that I think is all I've been playing. Yeah. Look back to Detroit. So I don't know if you've played it.
Some, man.
Like every single time you load it back up, there's a woman, like an android on the screen who's like on the main menu and be like, oh, welcome back. Oh, I haven't seen you in a while. We're taking a survey. You want to take a survey? And like then you take a survey.
Yeah.
And it's just like oh, how was your day? Oh, that's like starting off a relaxing weekend, aren't you? I'm like, yeah. So
Hang on, my pants are still on. No, it's a relaxing weekend.
Yeah.
I would feel if I think she might react to that too. To be honest. So yeah.
I wonder if you have a headset with the mic on. If they
I don't
all
know,
react
man.
to
Like
it.
I have the camera. Do they know? Hey, your
I
penis
noticed
is
it.
showing.
Put that away, sir.
You're not going to need that right now.
Sir, that's a little forward. Don't you?
Yeah, but like I turned it on today and he's like, "Do you want to take a survey?" I'm like, "Sure." And it was a survey from the company that makes the androids in the game, and it was just
Okay.
like, "What do you think about like?" Would you have like now? They kept it very ambiguous. Like, do you think you can have a relationship with an android? Now that could be like I don't know if it's a sexual thing. I don't know if it's just like a friendship thing or what. And then they had that question. It's like, are you concerned about computers taking over the world?
Yes.
And stuff like that. It's just like,
God, yes.
like, and then would they be like, if you were on an island, which one of these 4 things would you take with you? And it was just like,
An android.
what are we doing? Yeah. And that was one of the options actually. So yeah, it was one of the
weird.
it was one of those things. Like, I
So
don't
I
know
could
what
sit in a hammock sipping on coconuts while I think doing the goddamn work.
So I really don't know if that's just a thing they did, or it's just a thing that's going to impact the game somewhere, or just more random, immersive fun. I don't know. But that is all I've been playing.
Cool.
Steak. I know there's like nothing coming out next couple weeks, right?
Yeah, right. I wish there was nothing coming out. All right, here we go. September 7th, Immortal Unchained
Not
for
what I want
PC,
to hear
PS4, and Xbox
Next.
One.
You're burying the lead.
NASCAR Heat 3.
There it is.
That's it. PC, PS4, and Xbox
It's just
One.
a bunch of NASCAR just bumping each other because they're in heat.
That's twice in like a week you've got me on the delay.
Those are the best.
NBA Live 19.
There it is.
PS4 and Xbox One.
Let's try it again. Semicolon. Here we go again.
I think it is.
Here I go again on my own.
Yeah. Also September 7th, SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy for the Nintendo Switch and PS4.
All these 4 games.
And then September 7th, I don't know, some game called Spider-Man for PS4.
That should be good.
I need to schedule a day off work.
I'm having. Okay, I don't know how I want to purchase that game. I kind of want it digitally, but I want to pick it up and I want to get a discount. And I don't know if the digital deluxe. I don't know if the deluxe has a physical version.
No, it doesn't. The Deluxe is it's just that or the collectors that comes with like the season pass and everything.
I don't know if the season pass is just $20.
Is it?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. These are problems I'm having.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's up yet. Yeah, take a look at that art. See if it's up.
I want the deluxe, but I don't want to spend $90 on a video game.
Being this responsible adult parenting thing, I switched my pre-order to the regular edition. It's just I couldn't. It was
Sacrifices.
too much money. It was just too much.
What
money.
happens if it's the best statue of all time?
It probably is, but it's okay. It's okay. Moving on, so don't get mad. September 11th, Dakar 18 for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Also on September 11th, NBA 2K19 for PC, Nintendo Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. On September 14th, Black Clover Quartet Nights for PC and PS4.
Digital, the season pass is $25.
Well, that's not bad.
And it was $5 more on just buying because I'm the digital deluxe.
It doesn't come with it though.
Yeah, it does.
I thought that just comes with extra stuff, not the season pass.
I think it does. All right, keep working.
I'm moving on to Best Buy to see if they sell the season pass.
Oh, good call. Also, it's September 14th. I don't know if I said this right or not. NHL 19 for PS4 and Xbox One. Also on September 14th, Shadow of the Tomb Raider for PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
That's coming out.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I know. It's like, there's just so much. And of course, I want to play it all. That's why I asked you, Art, if
What?
the kid's going to keep sleeping for me so I can catch up.
Kid'll keep sleeping, don't worry.
Excellent. So September 18th, The Bar's Tale 4, Barrows Deep for PC, Mac, and Linux. Also on September 18th, Insurgency Sandstorm for PC. Also on September 18th, Mutant Football League Dynasty Edition for the Nintendo Switch.
I do not see a season pass at Best Buy.
This is what I'm saying. Like,
But if you buy the game physical and get your 20% discount,
yeah.
then you
that's cheaper.
buy the digital season pass.
That's way cheaper. Yeah,
you're
you're
right.
saving money there. Yeah.
Okay.
You're saving like $10, $12 now.
Yeah, fair enough.
See, knocks it down to 48 plus
48
25
plus
is 60, 73.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spent that for that game. You gotta put those puddles back in though. I'm not.
Yeah. Also on September 18th, Scribble Knives Mega Pack for Nintendo Switch, PS4, and Xbox One.
I love Scribble Knives.
And lastly, September 18th, Undertale for the Nintendo Switch.
That's a game I think I have on like 3 different versions.
I've heard amazing things about it.
Yeah,
Ever
exactly.
since they announced it for Switch, I've held off, so I'll definitely grab that on Switch. All right, our new PlayStation Plus September games. For PlayStation 4, it is actually available right now. Destiny 2.
Yep. Remember when like
You gotta feel good
everyone
about that one, Art.
remember when everyone in like the world was talking
I
about Destiny
traded
2?
in my stuff from Madden. I played through what was on what came with the game initially. I'm not buying DLC.
Yeah, this is like one of those things like it's coming out right before their big expansion.
Yeah.
So it's just like, hey, we're having this free game, and if you like it, there's this extra $30 thing or whatever it is.
Yep.
That's a big game,
Hey,
though.
it's so huge, though. It's
Yeah.
so big. I downloaded it. I at least want to just, because I played vanilla Destiny, so I'm just kind of curious how they've changed.
I'm not sure how it is now. I mean,
But-
vanilla Destiny 2 was pretty friggin' similar to vanilla
Vanilla
Destiny
1, ugh, terrible. 'Cause
Maybe
it-
not.
so-
Maybe not vanilla 1, but
Okay.
it was not even. It was not on the level that Destiny 1 was at when I stopped playing it, which was around the time of the second DLC.
Okay. Yeah, because like it was fun for like the first like 4 hours, and then I was like, all right, I'm bored.
I played through it enough to play through the campaign, and that's it.
I don't think I even finished the demo when I knew I was good. Like, this is not for me.
Yeah. Also on PS4, God of War 3 Remastered.
Yep.
That's awesome. So if you've never played that, I picked that up for dirt cheap on a sale one time. It looks
It's
amazing.
on sale for like $4 all the time.
Yeah,
But hey,
yeah,
I got it
yeah,
for
it
free.
looks awesome. So yeah, check it out. Then you can also still download Here They Lie, which is the horror game that's also compatible with PlayStation VR. And also the PlayLink game Knowledge is Power. That's still available as well, so make sure to grab those. I'm not sure how much longer. I forget.
They go into
but-
next month. I don't
right,
know.
yeah.
to,
Sometime
like-
in September they expire,
Yeah.
so just make sure you go grab those if you haven't grabbed them yet. And then other things. Another World 20th Anniversary Edition for PlayStation 3, cross-buy with the PS4 and PlayStation Vita. Cube, just Director's Cut for the PlayStation 3, which is also cross-buy with the PS4. Sparkle 2 for the PlayStation Vita, which is also cross-buy with the PS3 and PS4. And Foul Play for the PlayStation Vita, which is also cross-buy with the PS4.
That's 8 PS4 games.
Everything for that month is PS4
That's
compatible,
insane.
which is good. I hope they keep doing that.
That's crazy.
Well, I mean, they're only... They said, is it February or March they're going to cut out PS3 and Vita?
Oh, yeah, that's coming.
So, I mean,
forgot
maybe
about that.
this is the beginning of that last hurrah we were
Death
asking
rattle.
for. So, hey, shit, 6, 7, 8 PS4 games, 2 of them being pretty high level. Like,
Yeah. It's pretty impressive.
that's very. I think that's
Yeah.
very good. But so, real quick, remember like when like the whole world was talking about Destiny 2 for like
Ever.
a month straight? Like it was like this. Like you couldn't listen to a podcast or turn on like anything else without that.
Everyone
Then
was
it-
losing their shit over
Yeah.
the initial reveal and everything. Yeah.
And then it just people played it, and then they're like, "All right, the game's over now. What do we do now?"
People played
And
it. And
that was it.
People played it, and they're like, "Oh, great! You gave us an incomplete game again."
And this is supposed to be, like I said, I remember when Beth bought me my PlayStation 4 for, I think, for my 30th birthday. And she asked me, like, would you want the black one or you want the white one? I was like, I want the black one. She's like, no, the white one comes with the game. I'm like, I know. It was Destiny.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like I didn't
Always bet on black.
And yeah, I think black would look cool anyway. But it was just like, Destiny was supposed to be like a 10-year run, and like that's a pretty big investment on that type of thing. And they're talking about people who were like playing Destiny 2. Like if you weren't in it from the beginning, like you're so far behind and you can't do anything, and like you're just getting smoked. And it's just like that's just the whole like games as a service. I think that is one of those games that just turns me off to the genre as a whole. Yeah. I can't wrap my mind around playing only one game and playing it to the level that you need to play that game if you really wanted to get into it.
Right.
So I don't know. There's going to be a bunch of new players on it now. So enjoy Destiny 2.
Now might be the time. Yeah.
All the people who have like 600 hours in that game are licking their chops. So the PvP stuff.
Yeah.
They're gonna be pissed. Like, what do you know how to do the raid?
Fresh fish.
I know how to do the raid. I don't know how. I was unaware that I need to randomly circle myself around this pillar for three turns and stop.
What do you mean you don't know how to do the puzzle? The chalice goes here.
Shut up. Sorry.
Yeah. Moving on. Xbox Games with Gold for the September. For Xbox One, Prison Architect from September 1st through September 30th. Foos was just telling me that he lost days playing this game. So on PC.
I just need to stay away from that one.
And then his prison burned down in a riot.
He needed more armed guards.
Yeah. Also for Xbox One, Livelock from September 16th through October 15th. For Xbox 360, that's also playable on your Xbox One, Lego Star Wars 3 from September 1st through September 15th. That one covered the Clone Wars.
Oh, okay.
And then also Sega Vintage Collection, Monster World from September 16th through September 30th.
Yeah,
and then your Xbox Game Pass games for September. Big month. The Halo Master Chief Collection. With their brand new 4K fully enhanced patch, which
just came out.
They finally did 4K? So they're waiting on that to put it on Game Pass.
Pretty much. And they finally got it out, and I hear it's super impressive.
Maybe I'll actually play a Halo game at some point.
Yeah. Next game, Quantum Break.
That's a good one.
Which is awesome. But if you have a...
better have some hard drive space for that
Better have hard drive space, and you better have data bandwidth for that.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to be downloading about 100 gigs. If you want the 4K
That's
patch.
right. I had the disc. I didn't like.
Yeah, I still have your disc, by the way. If you want it,
no, it's
let
fine.
it know.
I'm sure it's worth $0. Feel free to.
This is actually a pretty decent month for Game Pass. Onrush on September 5th. They look like a pretty interesting racing game.
Yep.
Did not ever want to pay much for it, but I'll definitely check it out on Game Pass. Avon Colony, Shadow Warrior 1.
Yeah.
Go check that out. That game was that's another game I gotta get back and finish. That game
gem.
is so much fun.
That game's
so good.
Dumb, but it's so much fun.
Oh yeah. Skyforce Reloaded. Manual Samuel. Snake Pass, which I hear is actually a really fun puzzle game. The Gianna Sisters Twisted Dreams. That was given to us as a free.
Porn.
That was a free Games with Gold game a few months back. It's a platformer side scroller. It's actually a lot of fun. It's really cool. Check that one out if you haven't yet. If you never grabbed it with gold. And finally, Inner Space.
I feel like Games with Gold are just like a prelude to Game Pass. There's like a lot of those games that end up showing up on Game Pass, which is fine.
Whatever. That's not a big deal. And I think they are focusing a little bit more on Game Pass right now, which is fine. I'm subscribed to it, so I'm fine with that.
Well, are we going to talk about the new Xbox?
We can.
Okay. So
I didn't have it in the news, but actually, I did have it in the news.
Extra.
Time for the news.
Nose. Bear.
Beer.
Goose Island. One of them.
That's good.
This is nice having this cooler, bro.
Yeah, right. We should.
This is great. Don't have to get up. Oh, wallet.
First, you want my beer, and I want my money.
Yeah.
So Xbox introduced this new program called Xbox All Access, where basically you get 2 years of Xbox Live Gold, 2 years of Game Pass, and you can choose between you have to add the beer. You choose between a Xbox One S or One X. The price fluctuates, varies based on which one you pick.
You lease them.
What?
You lease it.
No, you buy it.
You
finance it.
You finance it.
I think that was the word I was looking for.
Well, yeah, you finance it because
you own it.
You own it at the end.
Yeah.
At the end of those.
But yeah, you finance it for 2 years at 0% interest, and hang on, I had the prices in here. The Xbox One S package is $21.99 a month for 24 months. The Xbox One X package is $34.99 a month for 24 months.
And do it through Microsoft Store, right?
Yes, yeah. You have to go to a physical Microsoft Store to get this, which granted limits it for some people.
Right.
Yeah,
A lot of people, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's crazy. Like
That's awesome.
I didn't do math on it, but I know there's some savings behind doing it that way.
It's not a lot. It's just a little bit of savings.
Yeah.
Honestly, but you are still saving. It's just a little bit, but still, you're gonna get gold, and then also with this Game Pass, you have access to all these games right out of the box. You don't have to buy anything else technically. Like it's included with this.
So the One S, which is the 1 terabyte unit, comes out to $528 after the 24 months. I suppose it's clear. What is it? 35 times 24.
It's like 8 something.
$840.
And the X is 600?
500.
500. That can't be right.
It's 500, but then you gotta remember. So
Well, 60. So it's 120.
so 120 for
years.
gold for 2 years, and then 120
A year.
a year for.
Oh, that's
for Game
$120 a
Pass.
year.
Yeah, it's
$10
$10 a month.
$10 a month for Game
I
Pass.
got you. Okay.
So that would be $240 right there.
It's $360, so $860 would be the total if you bought it all individually.
Okay.
So,
a
like I
little
said,
bit of savings.
It's a
but-
tiny bit of savings,
But
but
it breaks it up.
and you're paying monthly. We're in this. It's like our cell phones now. You're not paying outright necessarily. You're paying. I mean, some still do. I know some of you guys still do, but it's not. But now you can. It's more of a manageable thing. You can get into it. Like instead of shelling out $500 for the system and then have to shell out more money to keep it go, like to even do anything with it. Here's $35. Thank you. I start downloading and playing. Like, I mean, that's kind of awesome. It's a good concept.
It's a real progressive thing for them to do.
Yeah.
I mean, they have stores, right? They have these physical space where they can do something like this. It makes sense for them. This basically locks these gamers into the Xbox ecosystem for these games and the other third-party games along the way. So I think it's once again, it is a super strategic, smart move for them.
My one concern about this, and I saw when this news was released, you saw people on Twitter. They're like, "Oh, cool! Now I can finally afford an Xbox." And when I see that, I'm like, if this is what makes you able to afford an Xbox, maybe you should be putting that money in the bank.
Oh yeah, no, I don't disagree.
But I mean
sure.
like you like with the cell phones. Cell phones are more of a necessity. You kind of need to have a phone. And
sure.
Nobody has landlines anymore.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, everyone's free to live their own life. When you're young and dumb and have a little bit of money, you spend it however you want. Microsoft shouldn't concern themselves with that. I'm sure they're doing credit checks on these people.
Is it a 2-year contract?
It is.
Pretty sure it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure they're doing credit checks on people before they, let them.
Oh,
do
it
this.
says. I think somewhere I read it says something like qualified
limited,
applicants or
limited-
something.
sure.
It does.
Limited time offer for qualified customers for the 0%
Right. Yeah.
interest.
Yeah. So they will do a credit check just to make sure.
I mean, it's not Microsoft's concern. It's just one of those things. Like when I see people say that stuff, I'm kind of like, oh man, if you can't save that money up in the bank ahead of time, maybe you need to focus your financial resources elsewhere.
Yeah,
But I mean, everyone's free to make their own choices.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. I mean, but at the same time, like the thing with this is like it's also 0% interest or APR and everything. So it's like and there is no taxes either. So you're kind of saving money on taxes on all this as well if you think about it
And
that way.
interest, you're supposed to swipe it on a card.
And interest if you put it if you do end up buying it on a card and stuff like that. So I don't disagree with you. I mean I hear you. It's just this does make it more manageable.
It's one of those things where I say that now, but like 15 years ago, me probably would have been like all about this.
Right. Sure. Yeah.
Or would be doing a $200 tab at Harry's.
I mean, that's never happened before.
My weekly $100 and $150 bills at Blarney Stone back in the day. Oh my god!
So how do you expect me to be able to afford video games and a bar tab? Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
All right. What's next?
All right, I'll get into the rest of the news. Here.
The scheduled news.
Yeah, back to our regularly scheduled news. Hitman 2 announced some DLC. They're going to revamp the Hitman 1 levels. It'll be free for people who own the first game.
Nice.
Cool.
I'm assuming digitally owned it because you can't really prove physical. Maybe you can't if you have the disc. I don't know.
I don't know how this works.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how this whole video game
I wonder if
thing
that's going to
works
work with the Game Pass because it's on Game. You know how it's on Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that's going to work with
anymore.
that.
I mean, I suppose it depends if it's still available on Game Pass when it comes out.
Oh, that's true.
Because you don't have technically have the license for that game.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm curious to see how that's going.
Yeah, they don't really give a whole lot of details as to what qualifies as owning it ahead of time. Depending on what details they give, that may make me get it on PlayStation instead. This one. Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night. Vita version canceled. Game delayed.
So sad. So sad.
This is it, right? This is
Another nail in the coffin for Vita.
I think that was
That
the
pretty
last
much was.
one.
That was and this was out of their control actually because they can't get the Vita cartridges. I guess that's what they were saying. They can't get them. Like I mean,
can't they put it out digital?
well, that's what I don't understand. Is like but I guess there was a lot of backers that requested the physical edition of this.
Well, now they get nothing. So
Right. But it also too, I guess Sony is also making it very difficult for people to release stuff on Vita,
which
is ridiculous.
They want
like,
that to be done.
I know, which is stupid though. If people want to do it, let them do what they want. Especially digital. Who cares?
If you have people in your ecosystem, especially by the boatload in Japan,
Not as much anymore. Switch is really eating their lunch now.
but if you have anything there, why wouldn't you want it in your
Oh,
store
yeah,
so you get your 30% on those sales? I mean,
Yeah.
they'll put fucking Poop Slinger in their store, but they don't want a game to come out for Vita.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. They will.
But yeah, like I said, it's a bummer because like I bought the Curse of the Moon or whatever the retro one on Vita, and it's awesome on Vita. It's so much fun to play on Vita. Yeah. So it would have been cool to have that on Vita. Like I said, I ordered the Xbox version because I knew that would I was like, all right, well, I'll get this one because it's spending that much money, I'll get the actual better version of it. And then, but I was always had in my back of my mind, it's like, oh, if I see it on sale, I'll totally pick this up for the Vita too. Then so that's really disappointing. And then 29, I don't care. Take your time, whatever. We've waited this long. I don't care. It comes out when it comes out. Yep. It's like Shenmue 3. Even though they did announce the date for that, well, I'll believe it when it's in my hands at the end of next August.
It's the new Final Fantasy.
Yeah, but
that was. Both games announced at the same E3.
Yeah.
Within 10 minutes of each
other. Exactly. And they're going to come out the exact same date. That'd be hilarious. But take your time. It's going to be awesome when it comes out.
Next news item. Ubisoft has announced they will not release a new Assassin's Creed game in 2019, as Steak already alluded to.
Yeah.
I thought they should have pushed Odyssey off until 2019, personally.
If they're not going to release a game next year, like, I kind of agree with you. Like, why not?
Why not you have the year in between then?
Keep it in the oven for another year. Put it out there. Do some.
Change
it up a little bit.
That leads me to believe that Odyssey is nothing more than like
a rehash of
a Madden. Next year's Madden.
Yeah,
we're gonna update the rosters. We're gonna change the
settings.
graphics a little bit,
right.
And move on. But I mean, obviously there's another story there. You've said that you like the Grease setting. Yeah,
I mean the setting's cool. Like I'm sure they're gonna get into some of that. So like I said, but now now that they've announced it, it's not coming out. I'm in no hurry. I'm in no hurry to buy that game out.
What was the news thing that you guys were both alluding to?
I don't think it's not on the Gamescom thing, is it? I don't think it was Gamescom related.
No, this has just happened. Like Capcom
out of the blue.
Out of the blue.
Go for it, man. No, I saw it.
Animusha has returned.
Mike almost got backhanded.
It is an HD remaster. An HD remaster of the first game coming out.
Listen. Capcom is listening.
Capcom they said
unbelievable
a couple of months ago that they're going to be bringing back a few of their old ones, and we thought like maybe this is it.
Unbelievable.
So I implore all 12 of you watching this right now. It's $20. We
buy it.
Have been asking for this for a while. If you haven't tried it before, it is a good game.
Buy it. $20.
Support it because I want this one.
We want the others.
I want a new one.
And
a new one.
I feel like we should make like a the ASPCA commercials.
Yeah.
With Sarah McLachlan playing the background and all the black and white puppies. We should do that with like Trevor's face. For the low price of $20.
It's gonna be so good. Not only is it not, it's only coming out. So it's not only.
Which one is it they're re-releasing?
The very first one. That came out on PS2, and then later came out as Genma Onimusha on original Xbox. Okay. So it's coming on PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. Mm-hmm. So you have no reason not to pick this up.
And PC.
Is it PC too? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, so you really have no reason not to pick this up.
It's not going on.
And Vita.
And Vita.
Oh my god, I would lose my shit!
And the Wii.
God, I would buy that for the Vita in a heartbeat. I will be buying 2 copies. I will be buying it for Xbox and the Switch. So
yeah, it looks,
I don't give a fuck. I am buying it for both. It's $20.
It was one of those things. Where it was like the trailer started. I'm like, I recognize this, and it totally was. It was the original trailer they showed for the game forever ago. But yeah, man. I mean, it does the same. Like, it looks like it's keeping the same stationary camera and like all the same exact stuff from before.
I'm wondering.
I'm excited.
I forget. I didn't get a chance to see because I know they did comment about the controls. I hope it's not the tank controls.
I don't remember.
Sure it is.
I don't think it was though. I think
they made a comment like, "Oh, some of the new features." And
But I don't think Onimusha originally was tank controls because it was Resident Evil. Dino Crisis was, but I don't think Onimusha had the tank controls.
I'm trying to remember. No,
it's been a long time.
Yeah.
I really don't think it did because I think that'd be tough because there's just so much more quick movement in that one. So yeah.
But yes, $20. Go get it. All right, Capcom, you're doing us good.
Dude, January for Capcom.
Oh, dude, January's gonna fucking
January again, man.
My
one.
wallet. God, that Resident Evil 2 and Kingdom Hearts 3. It's like, are you kidding
You got a
me?
kid. You got some choices to make here.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I know what I would choose, but which one would you choose?
Well, Onimusha's, of course, because it's $20. It's $20.
Right.
If you can get it
It's
at
Kingdom
Best Buy, you can get it for like 16.
Honestly, for me, it's Kingdom Hearts 3 over Resident Evil. Yeah,
He just played every
I
Kingdom
just
Hearts
played them
game.
all.
He's played like
Like,
78 hours
I
a
am
week.
so amped for 3. Like, don't get me no, like 2. Like, I am going to be all over that. Like, come February when everyone's buying Anthem and Days Gone and all that, when I'm not. That's when I'll pick that up then, and I'll and then hopefully get a little bit of a discount on it. Too.
I watched like a grand total of like 4 minutes of a live stream that they have for Resident Evil 2.
I turned it off because it's so good. I don't want to see it anymore.
Exactly. I watched. I watched very little bit. Like,
Did you see the live stream they did the other day of the Cyberpunk
Oh,
Demo
yes.
3?
Oh my
right.
God!
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it looked really good.
That was a Gamescom thing. Yeah.
That's next gen.
No, I don't think
There's
so.
a report out the entire game is playable at this point.
They can play it in house from beginning to end.
That looks too good to be not like this. I mean, I think it looks way better than anything else.
But what if it's like that leap that The Last of Us was on last generation?
That's true, because that was insane on PS3 compared to the other games. That's true.
I
watched it for a few minutes at work, and I was watching it for a while. No, it wasn't work. I was at home. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I can't believe they're showing nipples on Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
Also true.
What the hell, Twitch?
But they
show my nips.
You can't.
We're on YouTube. It's all fair game.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I watched all 44 minutes of it, and it was just like, yep, this is a Mike game for sure. Like, I'm
Oh my God.
super pumped for that one. Yeah, if you haven't checked that one out, Cyberpunk. It's from the CD Projekt Red, the guys who did The Witcher. It is a first-person RPG, but everything's cyberpunk. It's cybernetics. Like you're buying augments for your arms and your eyes and your legs and your guns and
the chase scene, like the car, like that's just gonna be so much fun.
Well, the part I watched was like they were, your character and your partner, I guess, were hunting down like a kidnapped victim.
Yeah.
And they were worried that her organs were being harvested. Or repoed or some shit.
Yep. No, they were basically being harvested. They were taking the cybernetics out of her,
sell them in the black market.
And that woman who got kidnapped, she has bought a security system where if like something's happening to her, like paramedics basically swoop down and get her. So, but these people who kidnapped her hijack that system, and you get hired to hunt her down, find her, and bring her back because they can't find her anymore.
Right. Like at the end, there was like, there's something in some socket in their head that was disrupting the communication signal or tracking signal or some shit.
And they're talking about like fully destructible environments. Like, how do you have that in an open world RPG? Like, how is that even possible? Like, how do you have that world that big and make this thing's gonna be seamless with no loading times?
Yeah.
Like, there's the prompt.
They're making a lot of No Man's Sky like promises here.
Yeah. but they're showing a lot of it already.
Well, yeah,
and it's like, and the game's been in the oven for like 6 years already.
No,
so
I mean, Final Fantasy 15 was really good with that. The open world, seamless kind of stuff, because you waited, like when you first loaded up that game, it took forever to load. But then there was very minimum loading times after that. Like there was barely anything. So I think that's just going to be kind of the same thing. Like your initial startup of the game, be prepared to sit there for a few minutes while it loads, but then boom, you're just gonna go.
Yeah, that's how Horizon was too. I mean, there was like they had a little bit like when you would save, go to one of the fires to save, it would like fade to black and right back in. But that's all it would do. Like, but would you be going from section to section? As long as you didn't fast travel,
Right?
There was no loading times.
Yeah,
Cyberpunk looks awesome.
it does. That'll be a day one buy for me.
It has, dude. It looked like we got numbers popping off.
Yeah.
Man, it's just it's
gonna
all
be
all those
awesome.
little It looked amazing, and it had all those little really nice brain scratchy things in there. And you see the guy, they were reloading the gun, and before they went back to pointing again, they started shooting again, and you can see the gun firing as it's going forward. So it's not like a canned animation. When she was pulling forward, she you can see the holes in the wall and plastic popping off, and she shot through that one wall. And then the guy was shooting through the wall on them. Man, it's because it's futuristic and cybernetic and all these different things. The possibilities are endless, and what they're going to be able to do and have them do, and
Right, they're not tied to reality. In any
right.
way.
Oh my
Right.
god, that's going to be the expectations. For me, everyone said it looked good, but now that we have got a chance to actually see it in motion, my expectations are getting a little high for that
Oh
one.
yeah, I'm shocked they showed that off because usually that behind the door stuff we don't see that first footage until 2 years
Usually
later.
the behind the door stuff is so rough.
Well, right.
That's why it's behind the doors.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was super polished.
It's like, hey, games media, we want you to see some snippets of what we've done and how things move.
Right.
And
Here's our
this was
ideas
the game.
Yeah.
Hit me with one more before we get into the.
I do. I have one more news
No,
thing.
hit me with another one.
No.
Come on, right there.
Light?
Yes, please. I'm gonna be domesticated today. Okay.
Last news item, which is one I don't really want to talk about, but I think we kind of have to a little bit.
Yeah.
So last Sunday at a Madden event in Jacksonville, there was a shooting. 2 people died. I think they said 10 were injured from gunfire. 1 was injured just from the chaos.
Yeah.
Apparently the guy who did the shooting had lost earlier in the tournament, and I don't know if he went out to his car and got a gun. And I haven't read a super amount in details. I'm not sure if he was targeting the person that beat him or
He was. He passed a bunch of people to get to him because his guy who beat him last night was playing, and that's one of the guys who died was the one who beat him earlier in the tournament. So
I mean, that's just so fucked up. I mean, I've played competitive sports like football where you're beating the shit out of each other for an hour, and I've lost and I've gotten knocked on my ass. I never thought to challenge someone to a fight after the thing, let alone go get a fucking gun and shoot him.
Yeah,
I mean, they said the guy who did it had a history of mental illness, which brings up a whole other topic that I don't think we're really that equipped to get into.
No, and I don't think that's why we're here either.
Right.
So I mean, I think it is something we need to talk about because it happened in the medium. It's just super sad and unfortunate, and our hearts go out to their families and everyone involved. But it's a messed up situation and something that should never happen.
I mean, it's a bunch of kids sitting around having a good time. I mean, granted, they're all legal adults, but
Still.
I think everyone who's been quoted so far has been in their early to mid 20s.
Yeah.
It's that they were sitting there. Some of these people were doing this to take the money to pay for college. Mm-hmm. It's just ridiculously fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else to say. I think that's it's fucked up and shouldn't happen.
Yeah, and I think EA's canceled the rest of these events so they can review.
Yeah, and they're doing a $1 million benefit stream, and all the proceeds are going to the families of the victims.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's they've canceled the rest of the events so they can review what happened and obviously how to prevent it in the future.
Did you watch the video of the live stream?
No.
Don't.
It's
It's a video of the game playing, but you hear what's
all of a sudden,
happening.
It's
disturbing.
It's one of those
scary.
things. Yeah, I mean,
It's scary
it's
is a better way to say it.
scary.
As this news was breaking on Twitter, people were putting the Twitch clip up there, and I'm like, why, man? Why?
Okay, I'm gonna related, but people were doing reaction clips to it, like they were watching the video of it.
That's ridiculous.
And then doing reaction clips to it. That is inappropriate. I mean, you're talking about a moment where two people's lives got extinguished. So don't try to get YouTube views on that.
Yeah, this isn't it's not a reaction video to Two Girls One Cup. This is
if you're gonna put anything related to that up on your site, make it charitable to those family members that were affected by the tragedy, and nothing more, nothing less.
It only show the pictures of the 2 victims.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about Gamescom.
All right.
So our topic of the day is going to be a Gamescom that happened in Germany last week ago.
Danke.
Couple weeks ago.
No. So we're gonna run down some of the more important things that happened. Do you have the thing?
Nope.
Do you have the thing?
Nope.
I can get it. I can get the thing.
Okay.
I got this thing. And this thing.
Oh, if you want to. I was like, what is that one? This is
My driver's license isn't showing on the camera. Supposed to find out where I live?
Nah,
They play with Jake.
I'll swat you later.
God, please don't.
Speaking of dumb internet things to do.
Oh my god. What did you freeze? No!
You took a screen? Do you take a screenshot of it? We need it. It's like a long article.
No, it's being unresponsive, it's saying.
Oh no.
Oh wait.
Oh, there
it
you
goes.
go.
Oh, stupid cookies. Go away, cookie policy.
No cookies.
Alright,
I
so
want some cookies.
someone's gonna run this down here.
I mean, what do they call that? Vet it though. Like don't. Yeah.
Let me turn off that video so there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we talked about Cyberpunk.
Alright,
already.
so we
I'm
talked
sure
about
that's the first thing.
Cyberpunk. Battlefield 5 gets open beta date.
It's been delayed.
And also been delayed.
Yep. So
I read somewhere that the pre-sale numbers were not good.
well, it's ready. It was the week between Call of Duty, after Call of Duty, and before Red Dead. Like it wasn't a bad
Because
week.
EA loves sending their first-person shooters up to die.
I just don't understand that. So now they put in November 20th or something when there's nothing coming out. Hey, what a smart move! Like, and people have already been playing Call of Duty, so they're sick of it. And people who played Red Dead have played about a month of it, and the hardcore people are done with it. So, perfect. But September 4th for early access and September 6th for the open beta to start for that. And then they showed off a bunch of new trailers. Go check them out. Fallout 76 got a new trailer, and they also announced an Xbox One X themed bundle. It comes with a white Xbox One X console. Smash Bros. Ultimate showed off new fighter gameplay, so you got to see Dark Samus, Chrome, King K. Rool. Just more
Smash Brothers.
More Smash. I don't know why they keep showing it. No one needs to see anything else. It's gonna sell insane.
They don't want you to forget about it.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed had a developer walkthrough, and that is actually very interesting. I'd actually go watch it. It's with the a boss battle with Medusa.
Okay.
It's actually really like if you were on the fence about this, that might convince you to get this. It's really cool. Resident Evil 2 showed off the first screenshots and gameplay of Claire,
Yeah.
like we were talking about before.
Oh
It looks
god, I'm so
amazing.
I'm so pumped for that game.
Absolutely incredible.
Oh my god.
So yeah. Rico, Shadows Die Twice. Got a release date.
That's the From Software game from the Souls developer. That is a samurai, I think.
Yes, Samurai.
Samurai. I want to say it's like a version of that because people who played it said it's different.
The Last Samurai.
It's different than the other Souls games, but it has some like Soulsian,
Notes?
Not notes. Yeah, let's say notes. What I'm trying to say, mechanics.
Yeah.
There's some things in there that are very Soulsian in there. So
For what I've heard, it's actually even harder.
this is gonna be a game we just boot it up until you hit start and you die.
What did I do?
This is so hard.
What'd I do?
I just
You
died.
hit start and it wipes your hard drive.
Yeah, it's like, my house is on fire. What the hell happened?
My hard drive got wiped. The power supply exploded. What the fuck is going on?
I start. My wife left me. I don't know what happened. This game's hard.
I don't have the exact date here, but I do know it's March. It is in March.
Yeah, right.
They also announced a collector's edition, which comes with a really cool statue and a steel book. And it's,
I didn't see that.
It's there.
Oh, that is
It's
cool.
pretty badass. It's only like $90. It's only like $30 more.
I really
and
need
it's
to try it.
It's a GameStop exclusive.
I really need to try one. I have Bloodborne because it was a PS Plus game. I need to like actually try one of those games, just out of curiosity more than anything else, just to see if I can play it.
I'm waiting for Neo to come back. That's gonna be a PlayStation Plus game eventually. I just know it. Like when the second one comes out, maybe next year.
Good call.
Call of Duty Black Ops 4 got a new map gameplay. Still no word on their Battle Royale mode.
I think they're supposed to be doing a beta for that sometime soon.
Are they? Okay.
Blackout.
Destiny 2 Forsaken showed off some gameplay from that. Shadow of the Tomb Raider got a new trailer. It looks great.
That game is so... No one's talking about that game. Spider-Man is just...
That's the problem.
Because they pick the worst time to put these games out every time.
Yep. I mean, that's the thing. Because
It's like they don't have someone in their company who looks at a schedule and goes like, all right, here's all the releases for the year. Where can we fit this in that we just won't get our...
Like they're bound
our fucking lunch money taken, our underwear pulled up over our head.
They're bound in term to have it out for that third quarter or late third quarter, fourth quarter push.
Yep.
Like if that game came out in May, I think it would crush.
Or it came out in like June, July, even. Like, I mean, like when nothing comes out in the summer. Like, it's not like how it used to be. You can release games in the summer. People will buy it.
We just talk about January. We're pumped for January.
Yeah, exactly.
It used to be like, when, back in the day.
Back in the day, that was nothing.
Everyone wants to get everything out for the holidays.
Right.
They just want to wait.
Yep. Devil May Cry 5 got a release date, some new trailer, and some gameplay as well.
That looked good.
It's Devil May Cry, which is a good thing. They did show off some Dante, which had an amazing new weapon.
Mm-hmm.
You should go check that out. I don't want to ruin it. You
Yeah,
should
go check
really
it
just
out.
go watch it. I couldn't describe
really
it
cool.
well enough. I want to say, God, IGN, why did you say release it announced and then not show us? I want to say it was like March 15th.
They want you to watch that video.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
That click.
I want to say it's like March 15th. That is also March, though, for sure, for that. Life is Strange 2 gets its first official trailer. The first episode is coming in September. Max and Chloe are nowhere to be found.
Correct.
Right now.
Or the kid from the
demo. The
Dr. Awesome, whatever.
Captain
Adventures
Awesome.
of Captain Spirit.
Thank you.
Awesome Spirit.
Thank you. They weren't shown. It's two brothers that are on a road trip. They're going from Seattle to Southern California, I think it is.
Something like that, yeah.
So it's interesting because, like I said, both the Life is Strange main games and then the Captain Spirit all were very like localized. And I went back to a lot of the same locations.
Right.
And, like, it was very small. So like actually having them like doing a road trip and seeing different locations is a different path that they've taken before. And like I said, two new characters. But I feel like they're kind of building them all to get together.
I think so. They're like, oh, they gave like good reasons why they've moved on from Max and Chloe. I don't think they have.
Well,
I really don't think
without
they have.
ruining the story. Some of that.
No,
So I don't.
that's just my gut feeling.
No.
I don't think. Yeah.
Without ruining the story, I think you're got your head on right for that one. Do you ever play that Before the Storm?
I
yet?
have not yet.
It's been on sale a bunch recently.
It's been on sale, but I keep getting confused on which version to buy to get the complete. Because there's the complete, but then there's the deluxe, which I think that has the
Extra episode?
epilogue.
Yeah, I think
but
so too.
It's like why are you calling that other one complete? I don't know. I keep forgetting to re-look up which one I need to get.
Almost complete.
I just don't want to buy the wrong one and then be pissed and then have to spend extra money to get that last episode.
And you want the epilogue.
Yeah.
That's really good.
And then they also showed off 10 minutes of Twin Mirror, which is their other game they're working on. I've not had a chance to watch this myself yet, but
That looks really cool.
The little bit I have seen before looked really cool.
Yeah, it looks really cool. It's man, I don't even know how to describe it. Go check out the video. It'll do much. I'm so tired right now. I can't even words. Where's your head? But it's like you wake up in a stupor and you in a hotel room and like the maid is like poking you with a stick more or less, like wake up, get the hell out of here.
Move.
And then you go into your hotel room and you go into your bathroom and there's a guy in the studio like don't go in there. You're like, what happened? And then as you're looking into the mirror, like you kind of get the reflect and you're trying to. They, like I don't know if you guys ever watched Sherlock from the BBC. They talk about the Mind Palace all the time. You go into your Mind Palace trying to figure out what the hell happened last night, and you're looking around and you're looking at evidence in the ground, being like, all right, there's like a dirty like the bloodstained shirt on there. Like, okay, did I do something to myself? And you're going backwards in time and forwards in time and trying to like work out scenarios that make sense, and you're trying to piece together the night with just like environmental clues. And then, but you're doing this all through like the vision of the mirror world, whatever it is. But like it's like your mind palace type of a thing.
That's a Mike game if I ever heard one.
Exactly. So like I'm excited for it. I just hope it's one of those things that can. I don't know if that soul mechanic can carry a game. So I'm hoping that.
No, you need the story to be worthwhile.
Of course.
You know, the little bits of story they're giving you while you're going through your special place or whatever the hell you called it.
Mind Palace.
Yeah.
There was another game that did release the Mind Palace too. Oh, they talk about Mind Palaces in Detroit. Become Human.
Okay.
That's one. Like that's where like I think that's what they call the android's like brain area is the Mind Palace. I think too. I might be making that up. I don't know. I'm tired. What's next?
Fact check us.
You're high on peyote.
Blizzard
Because I am peyote. I could be talking about all kinds of madness.
Blizzard revealed a new Overwatch map and an animated short. It showcased a Korean esports pro and mech pilot, Diva. For Honor, got new gameplay videos and arcade mode was a trailer. Spyro Reignited Trilogy showed off some more levels that also got delayed to November. I have a feeling they're putting the other 2 games on that disc.
Oh, you might be right.
I think that's what they saw the backlash of that you'd have to download the other 2 games. I think they're working on that.
Maybe.
Was there really backlash over that?
Yeah, people were pissed. They were like, "No, what? It's only the first game that I have to download the other 2? No, absolutely not."
I've grown to learn that people don't want it. Like if they buy a game, they
what?
want it all on the
I'm
disc.
sure they'll announce that it's on the disc, and people are gonna cry that I can't just download it instead.
Yeah,
You can't make people happy.
Nope.
Were people crying about that with Bayonetta and Switch?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Well, Switch is a little different story because of the space issues. Well, and also too though, Japan got it both games on both cartridges.
Right.
That was only with the special edition, though.
It was, yeah. But they had that option.
Right.
We never even had that option here.
Yeah.
Like kind of thing. So that's where people, and also too, like the Resident Evil Revelations is the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
The first one, because you get the combo pack, you get both of them. Revelations 1 is on the cartridge. Revelations 2, you have to download. Yeah, just like I said, people, and then same with like LA Noire. It's got a giant download, like almost 20 gigs. So unless you have an SD card, like, so I understand where Switch people are coming from, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
People just like to complain.
Yeah, oh, no, sure. I agree.
I'm one of them.
Yeah. Diablo 3 on Switch was there and present. People were playing that. I see a lot of that. It looks actually really good on the Switch, so I'm excited for that. Metro Exodus was shown off with a new trailer and some gameplay. That game looks absolutely stunning. That's one of those games that no one's going to buy, but it's going to be awesome, I have a feeling. It's going to be really good. All those Metro games I hear are actually really good. I've never played them.
Yeah,
but I've heard they're really fun.
I've heard the same thing.
The Dark Pictures anthology. Excuse me, anthology.
I can't tell if this is a genuine Mike yes.
Yes,
Mike yes.
This is from the creators of Until Dawn.
Yes.
This is from Supermassive.
And they're going back into Until Dawn-esque gameplay, but the way they're doing this is like with it being an anthology, there are going to be smaller games, and they're going to have like that. The whole like the Dark Pictures is going to be like the banner, and they're going to really be releasing a bunch of other games underneath it, but all have that same Until Dawn type feeling, where it's like interpersonal connections and butterfly effect and all that stuff is kind of going to be back in there, and they're not going to be doing like VR like they've been doing or things like that. So this is kind of like a spiritual successor to Until Dawn, and I am super pumped.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
I love that game.
The first episode, or however they're going to call them, it's going to be Man of Medan. Mm-hmm. So, definitely looking forward to that. I know this. Xbox Game Pass mobile app announced. So I guess you can
initiate the downloads for my phone.
Yeah,
that'd be great if my fucking mobile app recognized that my Xbox existed.
Oh, tell me about it. I try doing that all the time from work, and I get home. Oh, you didn't start it yet, son of a bitch.
Well, it's like it doesn't even give you an error. It's like, if we can find your Xbox, we will start the download.
Yeah, It's like, come on.
I know exactly where my Xbox is. Just start the goddamn download.
I guess Fortnite had an amazing Fortnite theme park for their booth. Comic book service. Inky Pen was announced for the Nintendo Switch.
Yep.
That's cool. Very cool. I'm hoping that goes over to Comixology, because that's what I have a lot of digital comics on that. Bring that to the Switch. I would love to read them on my Switch. I think that's actually awesome.
You don't feel that screen's too small for comic books?
Well, they actually do a really good job of like a zoom in feature.
If you like, I have read a couple comics on my phone, and like there's ways like every time you click it, like it'll go from like panel to panel, as opposed to showing the whole page.
Okay.
Which is actually kind of nice, because sometimes, when you're...
Yeah.
You don't
want to see the panel 2 panels out,
Yeah, a little bit. It's like, oh, shit. So normally, like, what I'll do is I'll read them, like, on my Surface. I'll read them because it's super
right,
big.
that's... I mean, I can picture,
cool.
I
can just read them.
An iPad.
But honestly, even on that thing, I still have to sometimes pinch in and zoom in and read some of the text.
Even, like I said, when I'm doing, like, a digital comic on my iPad, too, like, I'll still do, like, the frame at a time. I mean, they're huge, and they're in high def. They look gorgeous, so I just do a frame at a time that way, too.
Yeah. But no, this is very cool. So I'm hoping this kind of opens things up with the first. Usually it starts with one and then it opens to everyone. Then they showed off the new trailer for the Halo Master Chief Collection that's coming to Game Pass. I guess some people got some hands on with Remedy's Control.
Oh, really?
I did not see anything about that, so I'll have to check that out. The Toy Story level from Kingdom Hearts 3 was very, very big timely showed off the whole up. There was a live demo. There was a live developer walkthrough. Obviously, if you're into Kingdom Hearts, go check out that developer walkthrough. It's very cool. There was a new Darksiders 3 trailer and some gameplay, and they showed off a big boss fight. It looks like more Darksiders. It looks fun as hell. Again, that's coming out in November, I think, if I'm not mistaken. End of November, I believe.
I really have no idea, but that sounds about right.
Yeah. They showed off some more Star Fox gameplay for that Starlink Battle for Atlantis game. For Atlas, or not Atlantis, Atlas game. Again, that's at that Toy to Life kind of game with the spaceships.
Have they announced that those games are going to be playable without the toys?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And that looks
Probably,
like a lot of fun.
Probably a good move for them for longevity.
Mm-hmm. I guess Super Mario Party was there being showcased. Everyone was saying that the mini...
Super Mario Party is a thing.
Yeah.
I'm in.
I'm
in.
I guess the people were saying I saw people saying they were doing a lot of the showing off like with multiple switches together for some of the games, and they said it works amazing. Like you couldn't believe like how well it works.
I'm pumped. More Mario Party.
Yes, absolutely.
Ours pumped too.
Oh yeah. There was some FIFA stuff, some NHL stuff.
No.
Oh, interesting. So there's a new game they announced, or I think kind of announced, showed off, called Fear the Wolves. It takes place in the Stalkers. I don't know if anyone. It's a PC game environment. It's a battle royale game, but it takes place in that Stalkers universe. Those Stalker games are actually pretty cool. If you ever played those are pretty neat. You can find those super cheap now. Call of Cthulhu got a new trailer. Totally forgot about this game. I'm really excited to see how that's going to turn out. Shenmue 3 gets a release date.
Like a year from now, right?
August 26th or 27th of next year. I'll believe it when it's in my hands. But I will be ready. I'm very curious because like I never played Shenmue 2. So like as I'm playing through it, like I'm very curious to see how it ends. Because I'm like, okay, am I gonna be very grateful I waited this long to play it, or like feel really bad for like everyone else who played it back in the day and like never got like their conclusion or whatever? Kind of curious how that's gonna turn out. Saints Row 3 is headed to the Nintendo Switch. Which that's fine because the third I thought was better.
Everyone said the third was better.
The third was much better than the fourth.
Yeah.
The fourth sucked.
Yeah, the third was really
The fourth should have been like a $20 DLC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So at least it's getting the better of the two games. And with how old that game is, I'm sure that runs amazing on the Switch now. Ace Combat 7 got its new trailer. God, this game is never coming out. I'm convinced. Like I don't know why they keep releasing trailers. This game is not happening. Because they showed this off a long time ago. I think it's supposed to have VR mode in it and everything. And
that's one of the very first, not very first, but like they showed it for the PSVR like forever.
Yeah.
Random news item that I didn't put in the news, but saw it in headlines clicking through stuff. Sony announced that 3 million PSVRs have been sold.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Was it been out for 2 years now?
That's
Something like that.
it'll be 3 in October.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Really?
No. Oh no, I take that back. No, it'll be 2 in
Okay.
October. I'm sorry, it will be 2 in October. Ori and the Will of the Wisps announced a new Spirit Trials mode. Sea of Thieves was showing off.
People still play that?
I guess they're coming out with some expansions. So probably bring people back. State of Decay 2 got some DLC coming.
Is it gonna bring you back?
I don't know. No. I told Foos, I was like, dude, the only way I'll ever play this again is if I play with you. I will never play this otherwise. Dying Light, Bad Blood, Battle Royale inspired game was showed off. I believe this is coming out before Dying Light 2. I believe I saw.
If it's not Dying Light 2, I'm not interested.
Yeah, because Bad Blood. Yeah, okay, yeah. Bad Blood's releasing later this year, so Dying Light 2 is next year. So yeah. The Quiet Man got some more shown off. That looks really fun. I'm really
super intrigued by that too.
I think that's a game that you can play through in like one sitting.
Yeah.
It's like but there's so
game.
many different endings.
Right.
There's supposed to be like bunch. So that's one of those. Yeah. Farming Simulator 19 got a new trailer.
Tell me all about it.
I would like to find the sales numbers in Farming Simulator every year.
They've got to be good. They've got to be good.
If they keep coming out each year, they got to be worth it. They have to.
And they're on like everything. Right.
Yeah, so you can find it. Dragon Quest 11 gameplay demo and chat with the series creator. If you're a Dragon Quest fan, go check out that chat with the series creator. It was actually really informative and really cool. Super pumped for that. That's coming this. Actually, when you guys watch this, it came out yesterday, so go buy it. The Crew 2 showed off some more stuff. No one's playing that. No one cares. Trials Rising showed off some more new footage. Mario Tennis Aces showed off Diddy Kong in a new trailer. Soul Calibur 6, some gameplay there. Demon X Machina. That's that Nintendo Switch game that they showed off that one direct. Got some more. That looks really fun, really cool. Tropico 6 for you Tropico fans coming in January 2019. Forza Horizon 4 gameplay, and they're going to have some Halo in-game events in there. Don't forget, if you have Game Pass, you'll be able to download that day 1 in October. Players Battlegrounds on Xbox One got some stuff. Whatever.
I think this sounds about it, right? Anything else of real note out of this?
The Messenger.
Everyone's really high on the Messenger.
Yeah, that looks really cool. They showed us some Sonic Racing. The new Sonic Racing game coming out.
Just give me numbers, damn it.
They finally show. THQ Nordic finally showed some more of that Biomutant.
Time Splitters?
Oh, yeah.
No, sorry. Biomutant. That looks like a ton of fun. That looks like it's going to be a very interesting game. Not something I would spend $60 on, but it looks like something that would be a lot of fun if I can find that on sale sometime. I think that's...
all the news I knew about that was big, I think you've already gone through.
I think we've covered pretty much all that, yeah.
Okay. Gamescom, everyone. Yeah, they had some definitely. I mean, I don't say we buried the lead, but like the big thing was Cyberpunk. Like that was a big show at E3. They actually had it again there, and they did a little bit of a different path, and then they released it to the public. So that was a big stinger of pretty much all the different stuff we talked about.
Farming Simulator 17 on PC it sold 1.09 million units.
Holy fuck!
On PS4 it sold 0.83 million units. On Xbox One it sold 0.31 million units.
Well, that explains. There you go. That's why they keep coming out each year.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
That's insane.
I can't imagine a profit margin in that game for them. Like, they put a new...
It's got to be the same thing every year.
They put a new compactor in there.
Yeah.
some different kind of corn.
Yeah.
Who knows?
You could buy seeds from Monsanto now.
God.
Oh, goodness.
All right, so that was Gamescom. So, my gift to you was...
A giant failure.
A giant poo.
Did the game take a shit?
Something like that.
So what happened? So first of all, it was Poop Slinger.
Yeah, the game was Poop Slinger.
And for all y'all weren't here last time, my gift to you, we're doing a round of hate. So it was my gift to him was Poop Slinger. However, he has some problems.
Yeah, so I bought the game, downloaded it, fired it up, went into a game. When you open the screen, it was very clearly made by someone as like a school project or something.
Okay.
But anyways, you go on the screen and there's options for game modes. There's options for like see your stats. There's no option for like instructions or tutorial or anything like that. So
how can it be to fling poop?
You'd think. I mean, monkeys can do it. I can't wait. So I fired up a game, went in, started playing, pressed every single button on the DualShock 4. Can't figure out how to fling poop.
I guarantee you, it's
if it's flicking a
stick.
It's flicking a stick. I'm going to.
I guarantee you hold on the stick and let it go.
If the whole point is flinging poo, that is probably what it is. Probably.
I did buy it.
I guarantee that's what it is.
Oh, goodness.
I didn't like. But I sat there with it for like 15 minutes. I'm like, fuck this. I don't got time for this. I got people from work calling me at home. So I didn't Google it or anything, which...
That's fine. You're gonna have a report for us next time.
I'm going to try it again. I'm going to try flicking the stick. If that's it, I'm going to shoot myself.
Let me know.
So Art might not be here next time.
So the real question is, for the second round of hate, what do you have for this gentleman over here?
Art to me is always just the worst
this is why it was dumb for me to do, because like you can get one bad from Art and you can get one to me and Vengeance, and then I'm gonna get the last one. So all this hate
I'm gonna go nuclear.
Yeah, all this hate's gonna get build up by the time it gets to you and back to me.
Hey.
I think I posted you today.
So fans, if you've got some games will piss Mike off, please, that will be from next show. I will be me. So let me know. Keep me posted.
We need to make Mike pay because he came up with this idea.
Yeah. It's gonna be really bad.
I knew it.
I'll tell you, the production quality is much higher than Poop Slinger.
Oh,
Excellent.
It's actually made by a studio you've heard of.
oh,
It's had a physical release.
ooh.
It's a current generation game.
Can we play 20 questions? No.
Yeah. Play 20 questions.
No.
It's a game that I wish had not come out and something else would have came out in its place.
That's a little more intriguing. Quick clue there.
Oh.
What do you got, Mike?
Is it Battleborn?
Yup.
Okay. Shit.
Does that game even still run?
Are the servers still up?
It's still up in the PlayStation Store.
Okay. Is it like $5 now?
It's free.
Oh,
Oh, is
okay.
it? Oh, good.
Oh,
I said
nice.
if not, you can find it at $5 below.
Yeah.
If the game doesn't run, not just like your system had problems with it, if the servers are down, let me know and I will
Okay.
text you something else.
Sounds good. I will. But no, I agree. If it's still on the store, they wouldn't still have it on the store if it
Yeah, I
was
agree.
down.
It's still in the store. It's listed as free trial, but it's the full game. And there's a paid version, which I think you get like extra shit with. I don't think the paid version would be there if the servers were gone.
Oh my god, full game, $30.
No, trial.
Okay.
The trial is the full game.
Try free demo. Confirm.
The $30 full game is like the game plus some extra shit.
Okay, I got you.
Got it.
All right.
Cool.
So that's what I got.
You gotta do it next week. You got yours next week, and then you pass on to me.
I got to try again with the poop. I'm constipated.
Where can people find
Poop
it?
joke. People can find us online on iTunes, Facebook, SoundCloud, other podcasting platforms by searching The Sticks Podcast. You can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/SticksGamingVids. You can find us on Twitter at Sticks Podcast. The website's even more outdated now than was the last time I mentioned it. SticksGaming.com.
I took the website off my Twitter profile.
Oh.
I put the YouTube one on there instead. Anyway, that's all. I think that's it, right?
That's it.
Steak final words.
I'm going to update the website so you have to put it back.
So, Spider-Man coming out.
By the time next time we talk,
It'll be next time we talk. We've
It'll
all played it.
I have it pre-ordered.
yeah, he's
Okay.
pumped.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking about taking that Friday off.
Okay.
Because I can watch football Thursday. Have Friday off.
Here we go.
I have Saturday off.
Oh my
I
God.
have football Sunday. I can't miss work Monday. If I can miss work Monday, I would take that Monday off.
Shit, that's a good idea. I'm taking Tuesday off. Maybe I should take Friday off instead. So, as we all know, Spider-Man's out in the wild. Things are getting leaked. Be careful. Be very careful. I had a friend send me something. I already yelled at him. He apologized.
He's well intentioned, but
Yes, it was well intentioned. He apologized. I said it's okay. I'm like, I
okay.
understand your excitement.
don't fucking do it
And
again.
you know how excited I would be. It was a screenshot of costumes in the game.
Oh.
Of like
I
all
was like,
everything, all of them.
if you spoil something here for everyone else, I'm going to kill
No,
you.
no. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. It was just a screenshot of like, it was basically it looked like a costume selection screen, basically.
That's awesome.
And so I saw some on there. I was like, ooh, but I was like, oh, I did not want to see that. I did not want to know this. But it's okay, Dave. It's all right. It's okay. I know you listen to Kitchen. It's okay.
Dave.
You can keep listening. It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Actually, we need you to listen twice now.
Yeah. Please help
Your
us out,
penance.
please. Listen to us and watch us.
If you can buy us some clicks from India,
I'll take clicks. Give me Russian clicks. I don't care. I'll
That's
take
right.
clicks from everyone.
That's right.
I don't know if I'll get involved in the Russians right now. Suddenly we're suspicious.
So just be very careful out there. It's going to be an amazing game. You're not going to want to be ruined for you. You're really not going to. You're going to want to experience this. You know, it's kind of like God of War all over again. Where be careful. Like just
Click with caution.
yes, exactly. Especially when it comes to reviews. Reviews are being released. As
Tuesday
the 4th. So reviews are already out there.
Oh.
avoid GameSpot. I will tell you that right now because
GameSpot loves spoiling shit in
They
their reviews.
love it. Any big games, they spoil the shit out of everything. It's insane. It just pisses me off. So make sure you avoid GameSpot's review. But just be careful. Make sure they says something like no spoilers or something if you want to read or watch a review. But don't just go buy it. Let's all enjoy this. It's gonna give God of War a run for its money.
That's where my head's at right now.
That's where my head's at right now for Game of the Year at least.
Sure.
So we'll see.
All right, guys. See you next time.